6 contestants are about to compete for thousands of pounds, but who's got what it takes to outrun the hardball? Welcome to Hardball. In the first of our 2 heats today, Ian, Adam and Claire will all step up to play. Watching their every move, ready and raring to go next, are Shirley, Amanda and Andrew. But only one of them will make it through to the final. Drawn at random to take on the hardball first, it's Claire. Claire, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us what you do.
I work in a chocolate factory.
What's it like working with chocolate every day?
Oh, it's very tempting. It is lovely to be around. You just have to control yourself a little bit.
When you're not at work, Claire, what do you like to do?
I like to travel.
And travel where?
Previously, I've been away for 18 months in Australia and Asia. So just travelling around, working a little bit. So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. What was 18 months in Australia and Asia like?
It was brilliant. I loved every minute of it.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Claire, we start by playing the moneymaker. The aim of the game is to get as far along the track as you can, but answering as many questions as you can. Each correct answer moves you on 1 square and adds £50 to the jackpot. The further you move along, the more money you'll add, and that is what today's winner will play for in the final. But beware, the hardball is always hunting you down, and if it passes you, it's game over. All right?
OK.
Claire, let's put you on the track. There you are. The hardball will be released once I've asked your first question.
OK.
So if you're ready, Claire, let's play hardball. Which Dutch artist is famously thought to have cut off part of his own ear?
Picasso.
Vincent van Gogh. Which international museum chain creates life-size wax replicas of celebrities and historic icons?
Madame Tussauds.
Correct. A rocking version of which equine animal has been a popular children's toy? Correct. Which member of the Kardashians supposedly broke the internet with pictures from a magazine shoot in 2014?
Kim.
Correct. After which islands do the only native species of penguins north of the equator take their name?
Pass.
Galapagos. Which common red salad ingredient has a large variety called beefsteak?
Tomato.
Correct. In the traditional seaside puppet show, who is the wife of Punch?
Judy.
Correct. Since 2011, which denomination of Bank of England note has featured Matthew Bolton and James Watt?
£5.
50. The 2018 BAFTA Film Awards were hosted by which absolutely fabulous actress?
Patsy Kensit.
Joanna Lumley. Claire, £250 put in the jackpot.
OK.
And there you are at the end of the first level of the track. Very pressured situation on that spot, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Well, we've got some money in the jackpot, and Claire, you are currently the one to beat.
OK, at least I'm that.
Next to take on the hardball, it's Adam. Adam, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us what you do.
So I'm an e-commerce manager.
OK.
It's the future, you know, digital retail.
Oh, yeah. All right, OK. Adam, when you're not at work, what do you like to do?
So when I was younger, I kind of got into trampolining. So I was a competitive trampolinist, used to do UK-wide competitions.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So I can do straight backs, tuck fronts, that kind of thing.
Me too. I just end up flat on my face when I do it. Adam, what did you think watching Claire?
It's tougher than kind of I suppose I expected, but I'm ready. OK,
if you can get further than Claire, Adam, that'll put you through to the next round.
Yes.
So let's highlight the square to beat. Let's put you up on the track, Adam. There you are. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking your first question. OK? If you're ready, let's play hardball. Famous for hosting her self-titled morning show, what is the surname of TV presenter Lorraine?
Kelly.
Correct. A US Air Force plane with the call sign Air Force One carries which member of the US government?
The President.
Correct. Which American actor stars in the title role in the Jason Bourne film series?
Matt Damon.
Correct. Rose gold is usually made with gold and which other metal?
Copper.
Correct. A red admiral is a variety of which winged insect?
Butterfly.
Correct. In the UK, what season does a harvest moon appear in?
Autumn.
Correct. Which British athlete is well known for a gesture called the Mobot?
Mo Farah.
Correct. The lead singer of which British band is Guy Garvey?
Pass.
Elbow. Which seafood delicacy is traditionally used to make the appetizer angels on horseback?
Oysters.
Correct. In what decade was the first session of the devolved Scottish Parliament?
The 60s.
1990s. Which presenter has fronted the TV show Love Island since 2016?
Caroline Flack.
Correct. Any angle measuring over 180 degrees can be referred to as what kind of angle?
Acute angle.
Reflex. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization is known by what acronym?
NATO.
Correct. Which English county is known as the Garden of England?
Kent.
Correct. The theme song for which Bond film is sung by Tom Jones?
Pass.
Thunderball. What is the capital city of the island of Madeira?
Pass.
Funchal. In 2008, which board game introduced characters
Monopoly.
called Cluedo? Oh, Adam, I saw what you were trying to do there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trying
another
to get in.
question right, you would have got some time.
Yeah.
But you can be very pleased with that, Adam, because you've completed 2 levels of the track and put £550 in the jackpot. We're up to £800. And, of course, you got further along the track than Claire. So you safely through to the next round.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Claire, what it means, you're still at risk of going home. OK, the last player in this heat is Ian. Please come and join me. Ian, welcome.
Thank you.
Ian, what do you do?
Retired civil servant, local government officer.
And since you've been retired, Ian, what do you enjoy doing?
I do stand-up comedy and funny poetry. I mingle the two together.
Oh, great.
To make people laugh.
Oh, that's fantastic. If you were to win some money today, Ian, what would you like to do with it?
A nice little holiday to Cuba with the funds, thanks to Oduba.
Oh, thank you for the rhyme. Ian, it's lovely to have you here. Adam and Claire have gone before you. If you get further than Claire, then you are through to the next round. So let's highlight the square to beat. There it is. Ian, let's put you up on the track. So this is it, Ian. Your time. Good luck.
OK.
Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
Right.
If you're ready. Ian, let's play hardball. How many days are there in the month of August?
30.
31. Aston University is located in which West Midland city?
Birmingham.
Correct. Johnny Depp and Gene Wilder have both played which chocolate?
Pass.
Willy Wonka. Which famous sporting trophy is believed to contain the burnt remains of a cricket bat?
The Ashes.
Correct. Which explosive was invented by Alfred Nobel in the...
Dynamite.
Correct. What is the name of the title character in Tolkien's book, The Hobbit?
Bilbo Baggins.
Correct. What does the letter A stand for in the name of the organisation RSPCA?
Animals.
Correct. Picasso's huge painting Guernica is a reaction to which war?
Spanish Civil War.
Correct. In which Dutch city is the Anne Frank House Museum located?
Amsterdam.
Correct. Which flower has varieties called Sweetheart, Fusilier and Menton?
Pass.
Tulip. Which luxury train service famously ran between Paris
Orient
and
Express.
Correct. For which BBC One drama series did Saran Jones win a BAFTA for playing the title role?
Pass.
Dr. Foster. In the most popular edition of Connect 4, the discs are red and which other colour?
Yellow.
Correct. In 1969, which American astronaut became the first person to walk
John
on
Glenn.
the moon? Neil Armstrong. Which thick peeled fruit is often used in Jewish religious rites?
Orange.
Citron. Born in 2005, Cruz is the third son of which former England footballer? David Beckham would have been the answer, Ian.
That would have been my answer.
Of course it would. You would have got it right. Unfortunately, just out of time.
Okay.
But, Ian, you added £450 to the jackpot, taking us up to £1,250. More importantly, though, for you at this stage of the game, you went further than Claire, so wipe the sweat from your brow if you got any, because you are into the next round. Well done.
Thanks.
Claire, I'm afraid that means it's the end of the road.
Oh, never mind.
In some games, getting to the end of the first level is pretty good.
I would like to have gone second or third because I was quite nervous, but yeah.
Always tricky going
Yeah,
first up, isn't
someone's got to do it.
it? Well, Claire, thank you for playing.
Thanks a lot for having me.
So, Adam and Ian are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final. Who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Adam, Ian, congratulations on getting this far.
Thank you.
You've had your first taste of the hardball, Adam.
Yes.
How did it feel?
I'm just happy to be here still in the game, still in the running. Yeah.
And you had a very good run in the Moneymaker.
Yeah.
It's different, though, in the head-to-head, we add the buzzer in. So how are your reactions?
Pretty quick, you know, good reflexes, that kind of thing.
All right, that could well play in your favour today. Ian, not a bad Moneymaker yourself. Only 2 squares behind Adam.
Yeah, only 2 squares. It just seems a little unforgiving when you just get a couple wrong and the ball doesn't stop.
Unfortunately, the hardball is pretty rude. No manners, this thing. OK, well, wishing you the best of luck. And, of course, our next set of contestants will be watching very closely to see who out of you two they could be taking on. So this time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, of course, you have to outrun each other. You will both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you 1 square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Ian, Adam, remember, stay ahead of the hardball. First person that passes is out of the game. Ian, Adam, let's put you both on the track. So in this round, the hardball will be released when one of you reaches the 2nd level of the track. If you're ready, let's play hardball. In 2012, Azerbaijan hosted which televised song contest, Adam?
Eurovision?
Correct. At which football stadium in Liverpool is the Cop Stand located? Ian?
Anfield.
Correct. In the film Man of Steel, Henry Cavill plays which flying superhero? Adam?
Superman?
Correct. Which fruit has varieties known as Gala and Golden Delicious? Ian?
Apples.
Correct. Peter Ustinov and David Suchet have both played which fictional Belgian detective? Ian?
Poirot.
Correct. Where on the body would winkle pickers usually be worn? Ian?
Feet.
Correct. Which word can mean both the outer layer of a tree and the noise a dog... Ian?
Bark.
Correct. The cocktail that includes 5 spirits with a splash of cola is known as a long... Adam?
Island iced tea?
Correct. Supersonic is the term for travelling faster than the speed of what? Ian?
Sound.
Correct. In a single elimination sports tournament, what round comes immediately before the semi-finals? Ian?
Quarterfinals.
Correct. Which style of dancing is the subject of the 2010 film Black Swan? Adam?
Ballet?
Correct. Bryan Adams famously sang about the summer of which? Adam?
69?
Correct. The Hertford Bridge in Oxford is better known by the popular name, the Bridge of what? Size. In Franz Kafka's famous novella, The Metamorphosis, Gregor Samsa turns into what type of creature? Adam?
Butterfly?
An insect. The medical condition glaucoma affects which organ of the... Ian?
Eyes.
Correct. A French word for butler. What is the correct title for a wine waiter? Ian?
Sommelier.
Correct. Which football manager refers to himself as the special one? Ian? Jose Mourinho. Adam, the ball passed you before Ian can answer. A well-played head-to-head, and Ian, well, we thought it was Adam with the quick reactions.
I was quicker, yeah.
You, you really were.
I've still got some bounce in me there.
Adam, tricky to get started when you're up against someone in that kind of form.
Yeah, and you know what? I was buzzing in, but just not quick enough. Not quick enough.
Oh, tricky. That's the pressure of the head-to-head. Adam, I'm afraid that is the end of the road, but thanks for playing hardball. So, Ian is through to the semi-final and £1,250 is in the bank. Time now to play our next heat as 3 more contestants are ready to take on the hardball. Shirley, Amanda and Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good to see all of you. You've seen how it's done. One of you will be playing Ian in the semi-final. Let's find out who, shall we? And first to see if they can take on the hardball, it's Andrew. Good to see you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Tell us what you do.
I'm a digital marketing executive.
And when you're not at work, what do you like to do?
I like to do a lot of running, so I've done, at this point, maybe 80 park runs.
That's a lot of kilometres, Andrew. And before you, the contestants have put some good money in the jackpot. Of course, we're hoping for a little bit more. But if you were to win today, what would you like to do with it?
Well, it's definitely going to have to all go on my wedding and honeymoon that's coming up next year.
Congratulations on the
Thank you.
engagement. We're wishing you all the best, Andrew.
Thank you.
So you know how the money maker works. Simply answer as many questions as you can before the hardball passes you. £50 will go into today's jackpot with every square you light up. Make it further than either of your opponents and you will be through to the next round. All right?
Okay.
Andrew, let's put you on the track. There you are. The hardball will be released once I've read your first question. If you're ready, then let's play hardball. Which Disney dog shares its name with a dwarf planet?
Pluto.
Correct. Which day of the week features in the name of a championship football club in Sheffield?
Wednesday.
Correct. Which dairy product has varieties called Double Gloucester and Red Leicester?
Cheese.
Correct. Which US president has also previously been president of the Screen Actors Guild?
Roosevelt.
Ronald Reagan. Which style of hat features in some of the most famous paintings of Rene Magritte?
Pass.
Bowler hat. Which TV sitcom has a spin-off called Frasier?
Pass.
Cheers. In which American city is the Brooklyn Bridge located?
New York.
Correct. The two infamous 19th century grave robbers were William Burke and William who?
Her.
Correct. Which check pattern, called plaid in North America, is closely associated with Scottish clans?
Tartan.
Correct. Which American boxer had the nicknames The Hitman and Motor City
Ricky
Cobra?
Hatton.
Tommy Hearns. On the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the names of celebrities appear on the pavement inside what shape?
Stars.
Correct. Which Colombian-born singer had a UK #1 with Hips Don't Lie?
Shakira.
Correct. Which Transport Network's logo is known as the Roundel?
Pass.
London Underground. The United Kingdom is located off the northwestern coast of which continent?
Europe.
Correct. The word ovine relates to which animal?
Pig.
Sheep. Evo Morales became leader of which South American country in 2006? Answer would have been Bolivia.
Okay.
Andrew, not a bad start to this heat. Not bad at all. There you are on the second level of the track. You've put £450 into the jackpot, taking us up to £1,700. And you're currently the one to beat. So well done.
Thank you.
Next to take on the hardball is Amanda. Amanda, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
I am from Edinburgh and I am a PE teacher in a secondary school.
A PE teacher.
I am.
It's a very important job.
It is.
So you like your sport?
I do.
Like a bit of competition?
At times, yeah.
Okay. Well, you've got a competition on your hands today, haven't you?
I do, and this one I'm maybe not as confident as I probably would be on the sporting field.
I don't know. Let's see. Andrew did well before you, didn't he?
He did very well. I think I'll struggle to come all the way up to Andrew's tile, but I'll give it a go.
If you can get further than Andrew, of course, that'll put you through
Sure.
to the next round.
Okay.
So let's highlight the square of beats. Where did Andrew get to? There he was, second level of the track.
Okay.
Amanda, let's put you up there. Okay, here we go. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
Sure.
If you're ready. Let's play hardball. Which bakery item is traditionally served as part of a cream tea?
Scone.
Correct. In folklore, werewolves are said to be vulnerable to weapons and bullets made of which precious metal?
Gold.
Silver. Styles of what kind of facial hair include goatees and a chin strap?
Pass.
Beard. Which comedian presented the game shows Bob's Full House and Bob's Your Uncle?
Bob Monkhouse.
Correct. In the UK Parliament, which word means a formal decision to decline to cast your vote?
Pass.
Abstain. Which rough surface woolen cloth, typically of mixed flecked colours, was originally called tweel?
Tweed.
Correct. How many metres are there in a kilometre?
1,000.
Correct. What name is given to the study of family history and lines of descent?
Heritage.
Genealogy. Which Rolling Stone has daughters named Jade, Elizabeth, Georgia and Caris?
Boots.
Mick Jagger would have been the answer. Amanda, let's have a look at things up there. So, you didn't quite reach the end of the track, but you did put £200 in the jackpot, which takes you up to £1,900 we're playing for so far. Unfortunately, you didn't get as far as Andrew, so you are still at risk of going home.
That's fine.
But Andrew, after your great moneymaker, you're through to the next round.
Great.
Our last contestant to play is Shirley. Shirley, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about you.
I'm retired, but I've never been so busy.
Oh, good. How'd you keep yourself busy then, Shirley?
I work for 2 radio stations, 2 community radio stations, 2 or 3 days a week.
It's wonderful being on the airwaves,
It is
isn't
indeed, yes.
What is it
You get
you love
away
about
with so
it?
much.
Shirley, you cheeky soul.
You can.
What is it that you love most about being on the radio?
Playing the music I like.
And what is that? I'd love to know what your
Mostly
music taste is.
oldies, 60s, 70s,
Classics.
even 50s.
Oh, hey, take it back.
Yeah.
Well, Shirley, all the other contestants have gone before you.
Yeah.
The jackpot is looking pretty healthy there.
Yeah, and
But-
they're all been pretty good.
Yes, so how do you think you're going to do?
Oh, we'll see.
Let's highlight the square that you'd have to beat. That's where Amanda was. Shirley, let's put you up on the track. And you don't need reminding that the pressure is on a little bit.
Yeah, it is indeed.
But wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Remember, the hardball will start once I've finished asking your first question. If you're ready, Shirley, let's play hardball. According to the proverb, a bird in the hand is worth how many in the bush?
2.
Correct. In which country did the sectioned lunch container known as a bento box originate?
America,
Japan. The Young Men's Christian Association is commonly known by what abbreviation?
YMCA,
Correct. What is the standard unit of currency in Israel?
the shekel,
Correct. In 2015, which former Towie star married actress Michelle Keegan?
I know, I've forgotten. Pass.
Mark writes, what is the minimum age at which a person can purchase premium bonds?
16,
Correct. A sauce made from vinegar and which herb is traditionally served with roast lamb?
mint,
Correct. Which Swedish footballer signed to Celtic in 1997 before going to play for
Pass.
Barcelona? Henrik Larsson. Banoffee pie is made with toffee and which other fruit?
banana,
Correct. Which small, brown and white furry mammal is Britain's smallest carnivore?
mouse,
Weasel. Which British television presenter uses the Twitter handle @Scof?
pass.
Philip Schofield.
Yeah.
Which company built Bourneville Village in central England to house its
Cadbury.
staff? Correct. What's the name of the only horse in history to win the Aintree Grand National Race 3
Red
times?
Rum.
Correct. What tea is a game played at Fate involving picking a ticket out of a revolving drum to win a prize?
Trombola. What? No.
Shirley, tombola was the right answer, but just out of time,
Okay.
just.
No problem.
And you were keeping that hardball at bay by the skin of your teeth throughout that.
Yeah, because it's so long from a ball has chased me, you know. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. My heart keeps jumping out my chest. I have to stuff it back in down my mouth. Shirley,
All right.
well done.
Thank you.
You're on the second level of the track, £400 added to the jackpot, which means today we are playing for £2,300.
Great.
And Shirley, of course, you made it further than Amanda, so you are definitely through to the next round. Well done.
Thank you.
Amanda, I'm afraid that is the end of the road. But you came up against two very good players, didn't you?
I did. Well done, Shirley.
Thank you for playing hardball.
Pleasure.
So, Andrew and Shirley are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final, but who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Andrew, Shirley, well done.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Andrew, we're now in the head-to-head. We've got a buzzer in there and Shirley on the other side of it. How are you going to tackle the head-to-head?
Hopefully get a run of a couple of questions, but Shirley definitely knew some ones that I had no idea about, so the knowledge differences there, which could make it an interesting head-to-head.
Okay. And Shirley, what do you think you've got over on Andrew?
Age. That's about it.
I'd say you've got the knowledge, you've got experience, and just behind Andrew in the Moneymaker, only by one square, so it's going to be close. Are you looking forward to taking them on the head-to-head?
Yes, I am indeed.
That
Good
smile
fun.
hasn't left your face all day. Both of you, very best of luck. Of course, this time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you also have to outrun each other. And as you saw earlier, you'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Again, Shirley, Andrew, just stay ahead of the hardball, because the first person who passes will be out of the game. The winner will go straight into today's semi-final to play Ian. Let's put you both on the track. There we are, Shirley and Andrew. We'll release the hardball when one of you reaches the second level of the track, okay?
Okay.
If you're ready, let's play hardball. By what abbreviation was the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics more commonly known? Shirley.
USSR.
Correct. Which famous detective does Robert Downey Jr. play in a 2009 Guy Ritchie film? Andrew?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. What name is given to the bowl-shaped frying pan that is typically used in Chinese-style cookery? Shirley?
Wok.
Correct. In netball, which playing position is abbreviated to WA? Andrew?
Wing attack.
Correct. Anne Boleyn was the second wife of which English Shirley?
Henry VIII.
Correct. In Coronation Street, which surname is shared by the characters Peter, Simon, and Ken? Andrew?
Barlow.
Correct. It is customary to play tricks on people on which date? Andrew?
April 1st.
Correct. Which Shakespeare play features the line, "Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war"? Shirley?
Richard III.
Julius Caesar. In the human body, the aorta originates from the left ventricle. Shirley?
The heart.
Correct. In Dickens's Oliver Twist, who is the leader of the criminal gang that Oliver joins? Andrew?
Bill Sykes.
Fagin. The Sargasso Sea is part of which larger ocean? Shirley?
Atlantic.
Correct. In 1998, who became the first female solo presenter of the Radio 1 breakfast show? Andrew?
Sarah Cox.
Zoe Ball. Which historic county of the UK lends its name to a type of coiled sausage? Andrew?
Cumberland.
Correct. Which sport is central to the 2004 film $1 Million Baby? Andrew?
Boxing.
Correct. Which singer has had concert tours called Blonde Ambition and Confession? Shirley?
Blondie or Madonna?
Madonna. The NHS was formed while which British Prime Minister was in office? Shirley?
It was Labour. Hugh
Clement
Gates.
Attlee.
Sorry.
Captain Jack Sparrow appears in which popular series of films? Andrew?
Parts of the Caribbean.
Correct. In 1961, which Soviet cosmonaut became the first man to travel? Shirley?
Yuri Gagarin.
Correct. Microsoft produced which popular range of gaming consoles? Xbox. The UK's parliamentary electoral system is commonly known as the first past the what? Shirley?
Host.
Correct. From which modern-day country did the stew-like dish known as goulash originate? Shirley?
Hungary.
Correct. Also known as rappelling, what activity involves going down a near vertical surface using a rope? Andrew?
Abseiling.
Correct. By what two-word name is the International Society of Krishna Consciousness more commonly known? Shirley?
Hare Krishna.
Correct. In medicine, hematology is the study of what bodily?
Blood.
Andrew? Correct. Which actor stars as Phil the Weatherman? Time out. Bang on the buzzer, Andrew. That is a quick fire head-to-head. Well played. Andrew, you seem very cool under that collar.
No, the heart's racing 100 miles an hour.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Shirley, I mean, you came back.
That was a good one.
That was sensational.
Wasn't
It really, really
Yeah.
was. Shirley, you've been a great contestant. Thank you so much for playing hardball.
Thank you.
Andrew, you are through to the semi-final to play Ian. Well done again.
Thank you.
So we're down to the last two, but who will make it through to play for the £2,300 today? Let's find out as we play the semi-final. Well, congratulations, Andrew and Ian.
Thank you.
Ian, you had a great run earlier. How does it feel to be in the semi-final?
Feels good, feels really good. I've even wrote a couple of words about it.
Oh, yes.
I have, yes. Here I am in the hardball game. Reaching the final had been my claim to fame. And Ore here's the man we have to thank. Now let's see if I can put the money in my bank.
Andrew, you're going up against a wordsmith.
Yeah, I couldn't have said better myself, Ian.
What did you make of Ian's performance before?
Yeah, it was brilliant. He's definitely got quick on the buzzer and a lot of different knowledge to me, so it should be interesting.
Of course, only one of you can play for that £2,300 today. So in this semi-final, we'll put you both back on the track at the same time. Again, I'll ask you questions on the buzzer. Right answers move you forward. Wrong answers will move your opponent forward. The winner will go through to today's final. The loser will be going home. Andrew, Ian, let's put you on the track. Fingers on your buzzers. The hardball will be released the moment one of you reaches the second level of the track. Best of luck. If you're ready, let's play hardball. In the human body, dehydration is a harmful reduction of which liquid? Ian?
Water.
Correct. In a play, how many actors speak in a duologue? Andrew?
2.
Correct. Which Northern Irish political party was co-founded by Ian Paisley in 1971? Ian?
Unionist Party.
Democratic Unionist Party. Leonardo DiCaprio starred as Jordan Belfort in the film Andrew?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Correct. What relation were Rome's legendary founders Romulus and Remus? Ian?
Brothers.
Correct. The Olympic sport of curling is usually played on a surface of what? Ian?
Ice.
Correct. According to the WY website, which flavour of jam should be used in a... Ian?
Raspberry.
Correct. First published in 1938. Which word follows readers in the name of a... Ian?
Digest.
Correct. What is the official language of the Caribbean nation Jamaica? Ian?
English.
Correct. What name is given to a cartoon drawing that exaggerates a person's features? Andrew?
Caricature.
Correct. In which game might a player call out house when they... Andrew?
Bridge.
Bingo. Which singer starred in and wrote the music for the 1984 film Purple Rain? Andrew.
Prince.
Correct. To which order of animals do chinchillas belong? Ian.
Rodents.
Correct. What is the chemical symbol for mercury on the periodic table? Ian.
HG.
Correct. Jerry Jones is the president of the most valuable sports team in the world, the Dallas what? Andrew?
Cowboys.
Correct. What is the name for a traditional pen made from a feather? Ian?
Quill.
Correct. Which part of an egg is used to make meringues? Andrew?
White.
Correct. What is the name of the central character played by Michael J. Fox in all 3 Back to the Future films? Marty McFly. Which drawing toy was originally named the Magic Screen in Andrew?
Etch a Sketch.
Correct. Ex-footballer Dion Dublin started presenting which BBC property series, Andrew?
Holmes and the Hammer.
Correct. The 7 bright stars known in North America as the Big Dipper are known by what name in the UK? Ian?
Plough.
Correct. Which of the Hebridean island groups of the UK includes Barrow, Lewis and Harris? Andrew? Outer Hebrides was the answer we were looking for. Ian, you led all the way, but Andrew, you closed the gap.
It was tough, yeah. Ian came out with some really good answers, so I'm just happy that I got as far down the board as I did.
You've been a great player. Have you enjoyed playing hardball?
Yeah, it's been great, thanks.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks.
Ian, you, on the other hand, are our winner today. Congratulations.
Yeah, very surprised.
Don't be surprised, Ian. No, just be ready.
Yeah.
Because it's time to play the final. Ian, congratulations on making it to the final. We're all rooting for you now. Ian, the jackpot stands at £2,300. How are you feeling?
I'm not stressed about it, but I'm not confident of managing to beat that ball that's coming after me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And it's changed, hasn't it? From the moment you arrived, we were talking about laughs and comedy and poetry, and now things get a little more serious.
They do. It's money in the game.
Yes, absolutely. And if you were to win that money, what would you like to do with it, Ian?
My granddaughter and my son have moved over to Belfast last year. And granddaughter Daisy, we're on Skype and things now more often, where we used to be meeting every week.
I'm sure Daisy would love to see more of you in person.
Oh, she would.
Ian, let's hope we can get you over to Belfast.
Let's go.
OK. Ian, if you want to win that cash, though, you've got to take on the hardball one last time. This time, though, you will have to beat it. If you make it all the way to the end of the track without the hardball catching you, you will be going home with that £2,300. Ian, to help, you've got 3 boosts, which you can activate at any time. All you've got to do is push the button to use them. Each boost allows you to jump forward 1 square, but for every boost you use, that jackpot prize will be halved. So use them wisely and only when you have to.
Yeah.
If the hardball catches you at any time, the game is over and the jackpot will be lost.
Yeah.
Ian, you'll see 5 categories. You'll need to choose one and answer questions on it until the hardball reaches the end of each level of the track. Your 5 categories today are children's literature, film, nature, football, and history. What do you think?
I like them.
Yeah?
Not that much. Yeah, if I've got to choose one that I'm more confident with, then I'd go for history.
Strongest is history, you'd say?
I think, yeah.
Which would you say is your least favourite?
Football, strangely, for somebody from Liverpool.
Which would you like to choose first?
I'd take history first.
OK, all right. So, Ian, just answer as many questions as you can on history.
Yeah.
Ian, for the last time today, let's get you up on the track, shall we?
Yeah.
There you are. Ian, the hardball will be released once I finish asking you your first question.
OK.
We're all behind you, wishing you the best of luck. If you're ready, let's play hardball. The Wright brothers are often credited with building and flying the world's first successful what?
Airplane.
Correct. Calico Jack and Blackbeard both gained notoriety as what type of seafaring criminal?
Pirates.
Correct. Which month of the calendar year was named after Julius Caesar?
July.
Correct. Costa Rica is believed to have been discovered by which famous
Columbus.
European? Correct. Until 1901, which presidential building in Washington, D.C. was known as the Executive Mansion?
The White House.
Correct. Which advisor to the last Russian Tsar was known as
Rasputin.
Correct. Which Asian country was previously known as Siam?
Thailand.
Correct. Who was the Crimean War nurse credited with being the founder of modern nursing?
Florence Nightingale.
Correct. What was the first name of the famous British naval officer and explorer Captain Cook?
Pass.
James. In which Massachusetts town did the most famous witchcraft trials of 1692 take place?
Salem.
Correct. Which British Army commander rode on... Ian, puff of breath.
Yeah.
But smiling face?
Yeah, good.
I
good
think you should be, because you've built up a huge lead on the hardball. That is very good. So history is out of the way.
Yeah.
You've got 4 categories to choose from. We've got children's literature, film, nature, and not your favourite, but football there as well.
Film.
You'd like to go for film
yeah,
next?
I think of film next.
OK. Well, if we can continue as we are, we'll build up a really good lead on the hardball.
OK.
You've got 3 boosts if you need them.
Yeah.
But that would obviously take some money out of that jackpot. We'd love to keep it as it is.
I think so.
Ian, beat the hardball to the end of the next level of the track, and you will be 1 step closer to that jackpot.
OK.
All right. Here comes your first question on film. In which Asian country is the film Slumdog Millionaire set?
India.
Correct. In total, how many Harry Potter films starring Daniel Radcliffe have there been?
6.
8. Which classic movie starring George Peppard and Audrey Hepburn features the song Moon River?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Correct. Which 3-letter word does a film director stereotypically shout to announce the end of a take? Correct. In the 2004 film, who plays the title role of the vampire hunter Van Helsing?
Pass.
Hugh Jackman. In 2018, who won the Best Actress Oscar for her role in the film known as 3 Billboards?
Pass.
Frances McDormand. Clint Eastwood starred in the 1964 film titled A Fist Full of Dollars.
Yeah, I would have got that.
You would have
Would have
got
got fistful of dollars.
I'm sure you would have done.
Oh, I was watching Frances McDormand on the Oscars and thinking how good she was.
Oh, Ian, were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you always get a range, don't you? Some older, some newer.
Yeah.
And that wasn't too bad.
No.
Because Ian, when we look at the track,
I'm still ahead of it.
it's not the lead we had, but you are still ahead of the hardball.
Yeah.
So that's important.
OK.
You still got all 3 boosts intact, but for every boost you use, the jackpot prize will be halved. Now we've got to take on one of the last 3 remaining categories. Let's have a look. Children's literature, nature, football.
Nature. That's next. Nature.
Nature's next. Yes. OK. Ian, your questions on nature start now. How many horns did the Triceratops dinosaur...
3.
Correct. Which large fish has species called megamouth, basking and thresher?
Shark.
Correct. Which breed of dog takes its name from the German for badger dog?
Dachshund.
Correct. Which primary colour are sapphire gemstones typically a shade of?
Blue.
Correct. Which breed of dog has breeds called Boston, Border?
Terrier.
Correct. What alternative name for a bird of prey comes from a Latin word meaning plunderer?
Magpie.
Raptor. Elephants are native to Asia and which other continent?
India.
Africa. The leaves of which tree provide much of the diet for a koala?
Eucalyptus.
Correct. Ian, just in time.
Yeah. What?
Well, we've got that lead back.
Yeah.
At least 1 square, but it's a lead nonetheless.
Yeah.
And that boost saved you in the nick
Oh,
of
it
time
did,
as
yeah.
well.
I didn't realise how useful that was.
Oh, well, very useful.
That was a lifesaver.
But, of course, it's halved our jackpot.
Yeah.
So we are down to £1,150, which would still be a great jackpot.
Yeah.
Of course it would. Well, Ian, the good news is we've only got 2 more categories to choose from. The bad news is these are they.
Children's literature. Yes, I read a lot of Granddaughter Daisy, but I don't know if I can remember very much about what I've read.
Oh, I'm sure it's stored away there somewhere, Ian.
Yeah.
So, children's literature?
Children's literature.
OK, all right. Here we go. In the traditional nursery rhyme, how many men did the Grand Old Duke of York have?
10,000.
Correct. In the children's book by Dr. Seuss, what colour are the eggs and ham?
Blue.
Green. Which children's book begins with the line, all children except one grow up?
Peter Pan.
Correct. In the Middle Eastern folktale Arabian Nights, who discovered the 40 Thieves' Cave?
Alibaba.
Correct. According to the nursery rhyme, which character could eat no fat?
Jack Sprat.
Correct. Who was the author of popular children's book Charlotte's Web?
Pass.
E.B. White. Which well-known author wrote the children's novel Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Roald Dahl.
Correct. Which Brothers Grimm fairy tale character spins? Ian, you are playing very well. You're composed, you're hanging in there, and...
It's our football.
Well, here's the state of play, Ian.
Right.
You have managed to make it to the 5th and final level of the track. You've got a bit of a lead on the hardball, but you did have to use one of your boosts.
Yes.
So the jackpot is now £575.
Yes.
That could still get you to Belfast and back.
Yeah. Even another boost could get me to Belfast.
Well,
and back.
OK. It'd be nice to get a present for Daisy as well, wouldn't it?
Yes.
OK, all right. So we've got to take on the last category. We know that one is football.
Football.
But you surprised yourself the whole way before you got here, Ian.
Yes.
Do you think you could surprise yourself with football?
I don't think I can, but it's a let's see.
Ian, we are wishing you all the very best of luck. £575 is the jackpot you're playing for. You've got one boost remaining. You've got a lead on the hardball.
Yeah.
Lot in your favour.
Yeah.
And you just need 5 correct answers to take that cash home.
5 correct answers on football. If you knew my knowledge of football, you would really be surprised if I got 5 answers on football. I'm just a little bit apprehensive.
Well,
but not resigned.
That's what we like to hear. You made it all this way.
Yeah.
So let's get a bit of positive mental attitude and we are
there.
all behind you, Ian. So for £575, one final time, Ian, let's play hardball.
Let's go.
The home ground of which Premier League football club is Old Trafford?
Manchester United.
Correct. Which sports company makes the 2018 England football shirts?
Adidas.
Nike. Which UEFA tournament for men's national teams was staged in England in the 1990s?
European Championship.
Correct. In football, what colour card is shown to a player being sent off?
Red.
Correct. In which country is the Santiago Bernabeu football stadium?
Spain.
Correct. Oh, Ian.
I didn't think I was going to get that football. Oh, all right, that's brilliant. The booster was the thing that got there.
Well, you needed one boost, but you had 4 correct football questions answered.
Excellent.
Well, Ian,
my family will be surprised.
They can also be very proud of you, Ian.
Thanks, mate.
Because that is a sensational result.
Thanks.
And with the money, off you go to see granddaughter Daisy?
Yeah, that'll pay for the boat trip and take the car. I can take lots of things over in the car.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Lovely granddaughter Daisy. Granddad's won a little trip to see you.
He really did.
Thanks.
Granddad's done more than that. Granddad took on the hardball and won. Well, that brings the hardball to a halt for now. Join us next time when 6 more contestants will try to beat the hardball. See ya.